Good morning, everybody. It's time for a rapid game. I've not done one of these in a while. I'm going to do a 15 plus 10 on Lichess, and we will see how we get on. Okay, so opponent's rated 1937, and we have a Sicilian. Excellent. So we're going Smith, Morra, Gambit. And it's accepted. Good stuff. Alright, so e6. Now, the issue with this is that we potentially can come in here, but should I develop my bishop first to get out there, or do we play c4? I can't remember the theory. I could just develop my knight and see what my opponent does. I normally expect this knight to come out. Bishop c4 is also a normal move. I could come straight in here with my knight, because then if they take with the bishop, I can recapture straight away with a queen, and black's then unable to castle and also can't move the d-pawn. So is that the right move instantly? Bishop f4 is also an idea, because that then supports this, which is also quite evil. So let's bring the bishop out here. Could have d6. Like I say, I haven't memorized all my theory. Okay, so they're stopping the knight from coming in. Okay, that makes sense. Let's develop my other knight. We're a pawn down, so the priority is swift pressure. Okay, we have d6. I have two attackers on there, but black also has two defenders. Black's made quite a few pawn moves and hasn't developed a single piece yet. The whole back rank is still in place. So I think bringing out the bishop to here. So if they push, I've got 3-4 pieces. Not that one. The bishop here, so I don't think that's playable, because I can just take, take again. I think bishop c4 is all right. I've got 4 pieces developed, and black has 0 right now. So should the knight come out, okay, I think we can just drop back here. Still got my fly issue. I've got one of these sticky fly strips up, but it's just caught about a dozen tiny little micro flies, but it's not done anything against the big one. The big ones. There's another pawn move, of course, so alright, knight c6. Still two attackers on there. I can castle. Probably want to get my rooks onto c and d. And queen e2. Not concerned about the knight coming here. I've got 2 eyes on that. There's at least 3 of the buggers flying around now. Am I worried about this? Not really. Okay, bishop e7. I think, seeing as the bishop's looking down at there, I think queen e2 makes sense now. The knight can't come in, because I can take. Rook F will go to D1, Rook A will go to C1. It's quite a normal setup, but it does feel a bit like, well, clearly black is undeveloped on the king side. I want to stop him castling if at all possible. Rook here, and I push and he pushes back. Maybe I don't want that. So I think next comes rooks. That's my feeling. So I'm not on coffee right now, just got a cup of black tea. If they push this pawn, I could come round that way. Okay, here comes the bishop. Again, somewhat cramped. Okay, let's line up a rook with a queen. But still this, I'm not entirely, I mean, it inconveniences that bishop a little bit if they push d5. But I've got a completely open file here, a semi-open file here. They want to develop their knight. They're not going to come here. I mean, I can just take it out and really mess up the pawns on the king side, and that's going to cause them big king safety issues. Don't know if you guys can hear this buzzing in the background. Okay, another pawn move, wow. Doesn't that just hang a pawn? This guy's pinned, right? Because then rook takes queen. So if I take, knight takes, I can take back, or I can take with the bishop, threatening g7 pawn. Is there also an option of this? Let's think this through. If I take on f7, king takes on f7, excuse me, check. I take with the bishop. Knight takes, and I'm simply threatening to come in with knight or bishop. Which is best? Let's think it through. I take with the knight. He's not going to take with the pawn. If he takes with the knight, I take back for free. I'm targeting this. If I take on f7, king takes. Oh, I don't know. They all look good. My instinct is knight takes. Let's just do it. I can figure this one out at the end. This feels like a relatively typical Morra position. And I'm threatening this winning material, or bishop takes f7, king can't recapture, king has to move and can't go here. So the king will have to go to f8. Here the queen has to move. I win a rook outright for the time being. Also threats of the queen coming in. Loving this opening. Okay, we have takes. Now I can simply take the queen with check, completely forcing. Alright, so we are up just slightly. My bishop's hanging, so I need to drop back. I could drop back this way. Could play queen here, threatening to come in, but then g6, and then I've got two pieces under attack. My queen will be under attack there, and my bishop, so we don't really want that. Queen there, g6. No, I can't capture on there, so. This and this gives me more control over the open file, kind of like that. If I drop back here, can I put more pressure on the pawn? Well, yes, I can. I've got queen h5. They push, but then I can't take with my queen. And I can't stay on any of these squares, so I don't think that's really workable. He wants to bring his knight out and get castled, right? Okay, let's do this idea. I think that makes sense. It feels like the d file is going to be key. If he develops his knight here, he's got two attackers on this pawn. But then maybe I've got like queen f3. So this knight can't take the pawn because the queen comes in, captures there. Okay. He's attacking my queen and my bishop. If I take, pawn takes. Yeah, I feel like we need to take out the knight. It's because it's black's only aggressive piece. I mean, maybe this bishop. We'll see. Oh, he's taken with the rook. Right, so I have the option of this, but that'll just prompt capture there. This pawn is undefended. Queen here, g6, I can take the pawn and hit the rook. Queen here, what else can he do? Knight there, possible. But again, I take the pawn. I feel like if I push f3, I'm going to get this. Bishop's undefended. This pawn is undefended. This pawn is undefended. Queen h5 threatens this. If g6, I'm happy. That's a very typical issue. Also pins this bishop and also hits the rook. So I've got queen here. There's no f6. Bishop here doesn't work. I come in. I don't know. It looks good. So I have a queen, black doesn't, but black has an extra dark squared bishop and an extra rook. So in terms of material, he's not far behind. This is also a threat with fork on king and bishop. Feel like this is my kind of opening. There's no back rank issue for now because I've got one rook to patrol. I could even try and trade the rooks off. Queen takes there, or even knight takes, but probably queen takes. Right, he's definitely got a problem now. He has to defend this. Okay, rook can't defend it. This bishop can't defend it, it can only go there. g6 I'm sure doesn't work. In fact, I fork both rooks there. So g6 is out. Bishop can't defend, this bishop can't defend, this rook can't defend. Knight to there, okay. That was definitely forcing my opponent to do something he doesn't want to do. So after queen takes e5, I'm hitting this pawn, I'm hitting the rook, I'm also threatening queen b8 check. Can't see a problem with this picture. 1, 2, 3 issues, and that's a fork. This bishop's also pinned. Castles, he just loses a rook, so he's then down pretty much a queen. Okay, saves the rook. Now I take here. I've got a fork on rook and knight. Rook can't come here. Well, he can. I then take this pawn because the knight's still defending this. Hang on, I take this. Rook goes there. He's defending that knight. This rook is technically on prise, but queen can't take because it breaks the pin on the bishop. So I take here. He's got rook there. I get myself another pawn. There is a lot of pressure then on g2. I can defuse that a bit. This pawn's not in too much trouble, so I think I have to take here, right? Now I can take the pawn on h7. That doesn't hang the knight because the knight's still defended there. Free pawn. My queen is kind of out of squares though. I can't go there because of the knight, can't go there because of the pawn, can't go anywhere on the back rank. But can he win the queen? Or queen here. Gives me a lot more flexibility. Is the h7 pawn going to be critical? I don't know. Here, and then I can threaten to come in maybe with a knight. Knight hits the queen there. Do we take the pawn then push f3? Queen here, knight here. I've got safe squares for sure. If I take on here, queen here pins the bishop. I then come in with a knight. I know, I just don't know about this knight move. Queen here, knight here. And come over to h5. Threatening this pawn, pinning this one. This just feels no. That was a mouse slip. No, I did not mean to do that. I meant to take the pawn. Okay, he's let me off. But then he's threatening to come in with check. Hell's teeth, right, okay. There, with check. Knight takes, I take pawn. Is the queen trapped? Here. He takes, I can come here. He goes there. Ouch. Oh no! Have I really just messed up? No, if I take the pawn, he does this or this. No, that was the terrible mouse slip. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to come here. If he takes here, can I go there? Because then the rook can't come in. Still threatening this as well, winning the bishop. That bishop's actually quite powerful. I don't know if he let me off there or if he just failed to notice. Rook takes here, I simply go there. And I threaten this. Check. Hunty. Gotta be careful. See, I'm drawing all these arrows. And I'm really thankful for this pawn. Dark square bishop still can't move. This pawn is also pinned. Pinned, pinned. This is my threat. Takes nothing away from the Smith-Morra though. That's just huntiness. There, bishop blocks. I take this bishop anyway. That I can come in with check, king here, I take, with check again. I think I'll live to fight another day. This is my concern. Oh no, I just take the rook. No I don't, hang on. Okay, I have to do this. Bishop blocks can potentially sack my bishop there, I don't know. Now, that isn't checkmate. I take here. King takes bishop, I take bishop. Check. I'm up in material still. Go away, flies. Here. King goes there, I can take the bishop. If I just take this, he's got that. I come back here. Knight moves with double check, I come here. Rook goes there, I have to move. I don't know. Takes. It feels kind of desperate, but I'd just like to stave off this horrible attack down the G-file. Okay, let's get that back. And now we have maybe options to chase the king around. Okay, I have another check here. He's got to defend the rook. I may be able to come here or here. Wow, this is sharp, man. Okay, check here now. Well, check with the pawn wins the rook, yeah? Whew. No! That was a good move. Okay, let's check again. Here. How do you save the knight? He can't go there, there, there. Can't go there. So there's only 2 moves. So knight check, he can't capture the knight. So he's got 2 options. Bloody hell. Now the knight's away. I'm not afraid of this because king takes. I'm not afraid of this because rook takes. So I think we're still in a winning position. But by God, it's tense. Where's he going to go? Here, I just win the knight. And again, I repeat, we're not afraid of the rook. Queen actually defends h2 anyway. Rook g1, rook takes, and we're happy. So I don't think he's going to... I think he's got to do this. But then can I drop my knight in there, just blocking off this rook, and actually... He can capture there. Alright, this thing... No, that comes with check. Comes with check. So if he takes the knight with a rook, I win the exchange. If he moves the king away, I've got king takes g2. I've got a check here. Knight is pinned. I think we're all right. Yep, that was kind of forced. All right, now I'm thinking h takes g3. Yep. And now I'm +4 here. All right. I can't check there. I can't check there. Bishop's undefended. I can check with the pawn because the knight's pinned and can't capture. So I check. Check with the pawn. Wish I had more checks, but I don't. Can't go there, king takes. Can't go there, knight takes. Can't go there or there. I'm going to go for this idea. If the king takes there, I'll win the knight. So he can't. He can't go there or there or there. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. Okay, 2 of those would lose the knight. All right, now. Still kind of out of checks though, aren't I? What a scrap. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. If I trade the queen for the rook, then we're just in an equal position at the end. That's just not good. He's got 2 attackers on this now. I'll just come here and attack the bishop. I think so. My rook still guards the back rank. So he can't take the pawn yet. I take the bishop, he takes... I come out. So he's got to move his bishop. Then I've got ideas of checks. Oh, that would win the rook. I need to find my badminton racket. Jesus. How am I supposed to concentrate? Down to 3 minutes as well. Okay, I can win the bishop now. And I think I survive. Check here. I'll just come out to g2 or g2 probably. I'm attacking the rook. Rook check doesn't work. and +6 materials. Now I really want to activate this rook. So if I can just develop with check, that would be awesome. Even something like this. Just pair up the queen and rook. But he ought to be dead lost here. Oh, you can donate 15 seconds to your opponent on this. That's nice. Okay. I have 2 checks. I can't go there. I feel like checks is my way to go. Also, X-ray defend the pawn. The king has to come off there. Now he could go here. If he goes here or here, I have a rook check. Surely this is good. But that also wins the knight, does it not? And I can't see how he can win from that position. He's in check. He can't take the pawn, king must move. He can't go there. He's got 4 moves. I win the knight. I win the game. With 3 minutes left to play. And we have resignation. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's get to grips with the computer analysis on Lichess, paying particular attention to the opening phase of the game. Okay, and there you can see, oh, it appears that I may have blundered, but then my opponent returned the favour. Okay, let's go through it. Okay, so from the top, e4, c5. This is all book. Bishop f4 is not the move. Knight f3 was the move. Yeah, okay, so that was premature. So let me pull up also my studies, white, Sicilian, Smith-Morra Gambit. This is Smith-Morra accepted. So we have accepted with e6, okay? Accepted. There is no accepted e6, so we create one. Accepted e6, empty. Interactive lesson, let's go. So now we're just going to recreate what just happened. There, e6. And after e6 it says yes, knight f3, and black's fine here. So there's no quickie there. Right, let's go back to the game. Okay, so that was inaccurate. And now a6, he should have developed his knight, which is what I expected. Knight f3 looks fine. d6 also is fine. Black's doing fine here. Bishop b3. It's all good. Let's turn the lines on as well so we can see the difference. Did I miss any opportunities? Just go back a couple of moves. Okay, so that was wrong. Best move here was simply bishop e2. Yes, now I know that is sometimes a thing. I guess the problem with putting my bishop here is b5, which is what we got. So not developing the light square bishop to a square where it can be kicked away. This was inaccurate because of queen e2. Right, I didn't play queen e2, I castled. Okay, so we're doing okay here. Queen e2, best move. Knight a5, that's a funny one. Knight G7 as well. However, we get Bishop E7. We're quite happy about that. Rook FD1, it says good. And now E5, and this was a blunder. Now, we have lots of options. I take on E5, knight takes E5, which it's saying here is best. Bishop E5 is second best. D takes. Rook takes D8, yes. Rook takes D8. Okay, and we are in a winning position. After Bishop E3, so let's pull the bishop back to there. This is what we played. He comes in with a knight. And we should trade off. Okay, there we go. So we survived the opening. It wasn't the best. Okay, so if E6, you just develop the knight. Right, so simply knight. Okay, so we do this. Most common moves are A6 and knight C6. A6, we play bishop C4. If knight C6, we play bishop E2. That's interesting. That's according to the engine. Okay. If A6, then knight out, A6. Oh, engine says bishop F4. That's interesting. So it's not bishop C4 at all. Bishop C4 scores all right. Bishop F4 scores slightly better. So why is that? So I do actually have a setup thing for A6, E6, D6, which is kind of, we ended up with that in the end. But here, why that? So if knight C6, then that is not the move. I don't know. We're splitting hairs. We really are splitting hairs. So if A6, bishop C4 is the most played, bishop D3 can be played, bishop F4. Wow. I don't know. I can do force variation here and see the difference. So basically it seems to just be a case of developing. Okay, if knight comes out, bishop E2. Not the most common. Nothing wrong with bishop F4 at all, which is normal stuff. Most common move is A6 now. So pretty much whichever way round you do this, you can just do normal development and castle, right? So that's one of the nice things about the Smith-Morra, is that the standard setup is usually not bad. Now this does walk into B5, that's the most common move. And then we just drop back. Oh, it's saying no, bishop D3. Bishop D3 is slightly better. Interesting stuff. Right, well, I don't think we can get into much more, can shed much more light on this right now. But bishop D3, and black has the slightest edge here. But like we said, you know, we ended up in a position with very good development, and that really did help. Did we even move our rook at all at the end of the game? No, the rook never moved once. Oh. Okay, so apparently here, rook e1 check was best, forcing the king onto one of these squares. Ah, okay. So let's say the king had gone here. Then it's queen d5. king is forced here, right? Yeah, king c2, and then, is that mate? Wow, yeah, queen b3 mate, nice one, nice one. Well, I'll remember that, I'll add that to my notes. Other than that, very, very fine details in the opening accuracy, inaccuracy stakes. Probably needs more investigation, but we'll leave it there. Very happy to get that win. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.